what time is it? Your show. Yeah, what time is it? Your show. Yeah, what time is it? Your show. Yeah, he's back from the dead. Your show. Putting it on the map, yeah. Saskatoon. Right next to New York. New York. Yeah, what show, yeah. Your show. What time is it? Your show. Yeah, time to talk some shit, yeah. Your show.
You've tuned in, yeah.
Yeah, fun Maggie. Bark, bark, wolf, wolf, move on to treat, yeah. Keep listening.
The Jugless lyrics and did a full Jugless from Dirty song. But we're not going to do that. You're going to have to see that tonight at the Green Room. Jugless, check them out. I think we broke the money gun. That would have been way cooler. There, a little bit better. Yeah, money guns. Oh, there you go. There it is. That's the one. Now we're really cooking. Okay. Check out Jugless. This will happen there probably too. That's our main man. Hello and welcome into the Thursday edition of your show. My name is Gary. Still, as far as we know, the only show. Originating out of Saskatoon, going live 4 to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday. Just like we grew up, you guys. Scheduled viewing. That's what it's all about. Everyone get together and enjoy all the awesomeness and fun. That is your show. And none of this happens without you. Make no mistake. We talk about it all the time. You can't stand out in the Wild West that is the internet unless you're doing something totally different, because there's billions of people doing stuff. And they're all doing the same stuff because they think that's what you need to do to be successful. They also think making all the money in the world is being successful. They don't understand that you can also be very successful by not caring about money and caring about people. And that's what we're doing here, and that's what makes this place different. And dare I say, that's what makes this place so damn special. So to thank you for allowing us to continue to chase those dreams of reminding everyone, hey, got to put others before ourselves, okay? Let's start treating others how we want to be treated. That's it. Let's get rid of the egos, and let's just be nice. It sounds so ridiculous when you say it out loud, but that's literally what we're dealing with right now. Everybody's so caught up in their own opinions and their own egos, they are not willing to just be like, hey, cool, man. You can be you. We'll be us. So to thank you for allowing us to continue to chase that dream, we have a camera, the greatest camera in the history of the internet, and I'm including all those cameras, okay? Those ones we don't need to be watching. This one right here. Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to the Maggie Cam. Look at that. You want to talk about the perfect spot? She came in here and she nailed it. She was running around. She's like, oh, it's time to go to work. Okay. I feel like $1 million man right now. I want to give someone $1 million dream and then put a couple of these in their mouth as a tip. But I guess you can't see what I'm doing with the money because we're on the Maggie Cam now. So we'll get to work. We'll get down to business. We've hired Morgan Freeman. He's doing some freelance work for us, and he's been on and off lately, but looks like he's ready to go. We'll see if we can make him up. Mr. Freeman, you got this, buddy?
Yes, I sure do. Thank you very much, Gary. So happy to be a part of this amazing camera. The Maggie Cam, as always, proudly presented to you by our fantastic friends over at Pet Planet on 8th Street. They are your pet's natural grocer. When Margaret walks in there, boy oh boy, the party starts. Her boyfriend Leroy works the door there. They met at a puppy greeting convention a couple of years ago in town, and they've been inseparable ever since. While they start to play, the shopping experience begins. Sorry, Marge, I know you heard your boyfriend's name. Whether you're looking for that Go Solutions of lamb-flavored food that Marge loves, knowing that it will give your pup the same amount of cloudy, fluffy, beautiful furriness, it's there for you, along with all the other dry foods all along the left side of the wall as you walk in and through the said store. They also have a puppy spa, the most affordable one in town, right there in-house ready for you. Mike and Rochelle, they run the place. They will guide you through your journey. And they now offer grooming services. The word is getting out. We've had a couple people say, I heard that Pet Planet on 8th Street is offering grooming services, and I am taking my dog there now. That could be you saying that and doing that as well. They have jerseys ready to go for you, an entire fashion aisle. They got the buckle-up collars and matching leashes. They have bones on sale every Tuesday and Thursday. Look at that, it is Thursday. that means bones are on sale. They have all the treats you can handle. They have toy walls, 2 full walls full of toys for you to bring your puppy in and to pick out what they want. They have everything you need and more. They care. They care so much, in fact, that they understand you have a life. You have to work. You have to go out and about, and you may not be able to make it into Pet Planet on 8th Street during traditional business hours. So thanks to Kirsten and Chris, they stay open late and on weekends, so they can make sure they have you covered. If you're looking to get out of supporting the mainstream corporations, the Scrooge McDucks, the Cyril Snares of the world, if you're looking to get back to supporting local, this is how you do it. Stop by and say hello to our fantastic friends over at Pet Planet on 8th Street. They are your pet's natural grocer.
Very well done, Margaret. Very well done. Look at that. What a good puppy we got there. All right. Hope you're having a great one. So close. Spoiler alerts if you're PVRing any of the Olympiads going on today, as we're going to get into it a little bit. But before we do all of that, we don't have CTV's Matt Young here today, as we had Snowmageddon again and a lot of other stuff going on. I'm trying to see how close I am to the roof there. Oh. Is this AIing right now? Are we getting, we got Phenom on the ones and twos. Say hello, Phenom. Look at that. We're messing with the cameras here. Very, very interesting. Like if I, oh yeah. See, it's on. See, this is what I'm talking about. I can like stand up. I made a gesture and now I locked it in. This is what I'm telling you. You invite the Terminators into your studio and look what they do. Now I'm unlocked. How do I lock it back? I'm giving the Team America sign right now. There we go. Perfect. Still getting used to the new cameras. No CTV's Matt Young today. So he'll be back next week when we're on location at Telemiracle. Very excited for that. But you see the banner right now. That means it's time to check in with our buddy Carly from Next Level Painting. Our buddy Carly is back from Next Level Painting. You know them as the team that took this beautiful studio and made it even more beautifuler. Is that a question? Is that a word? More beautiful?
I'll allow it.
Nice. Thank you. It's a little slow today. Carly, we love her. She shows up. We talk about contracting and all that other good stuff. And you sort of guide us through a little bit and help us make sense of that crazy world out there that everyone deals with in real life. And that's what we're always trying to do around here is help out in real life situations.
Yep.
So, unlike me, who left my freaking pack on again. Oh,
I don't even know what that means.
my batteries are burned out. I left it in there.
Oh.
Yeah. Turn off your packs when you use them. It's a waste of more batteries. All right, Carly, what do we got today? Besides batteries.
Today I wanted to talk about, we get this question in painting, but I want to talk about it in contractors as a whole, is we get calls from people who say, well, you know, does that price include paint and labor? Of course. But then our question kind of follows up and we go, what painter are you getting quotes from that is not providing the paint?
Very interesting. Hidden costs. Is that what it would sort of file under?
More so, it just shocks me that someone would think that they're going to hire a professional and that professional isn't able to get a better deal on their supplies than you are. So some people will say, well, you know, I could get a buy one 50% off at co-op or whatever. What if I buy the paint? And our response is like, this is what we do. Day in, day out, week in, week out. We buy paint. We paint houses.
You're paying for the service of us being the best at knowing the paint.
But also, if I can't get a better deal on paint than you can buying it once every 10 years or every 5 years,
wholesalers,
I am not doing my job.
That's right.
I'm not a professional contractor. Like, using this, like we're sitting here in a professional studio. How, if I wanted to do a podcast with you, Gary, and I was like, yeah, but you know, come out to my house and I'll buy some stuff on Amazon and I'll get a video and like it'll be good. Like, what would you think of that? How do you think that would go?
Very good analogy, young lady, because I would say, well, we could, but it's going to be garbage. Like everything you need to have it professionally done is right here.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
I would assume that the equipment you buy to do this 5 days a week, live.
I see where you're going
Doing
here.
that kind of stuff is going to be a lot better than what I'm going to buy to do one podcast in my house.
And not only that, it's doing us a disservice here because we're not putting out the quality that we have spent the last 2 years building up.
Absolutely.
Our reputation, our name, our word, all that stuff.
So yeah, it's
Ooh,
crazy.
you got me good on
I
this
know.
one. That's crazy. I was wondering, and it's like, oh, there it is.
It's crazy to me, you know, like, well, people will be the general contractor for themselves and they'll say, oh, I have this guy coming in to install the flooring, or he's going to come in and install the trim, but they've gone to the store and bought the trim and bought the doors. And in my head, I'm like, but wouldn't that trim carpenter want to tell you the doors and the trim that he is used to installing, the ones that he knows comes as good quality from the good providers? And wouldn't he get a better deal if he's doing this every week and he's buying all this stuff every week?
You would think so.
You would think
You would think so. And this stuff happens. And I guess it's not just, it's another statement of where we're at in the world today as a whole. Everybody feels like they need to get every single possible deal that they can to survive.
Yep.
So maybe they think there's value in doing that. And we learned today there isn't.
Well,
Really.
but that's, so I guess there's two things. One, if you're hiring a professional and they're a true professional, they should be able to knock you out of the water in regards to buying supplies because they do it on a consistent basis.
Getting lots of air miles, I hear.
Yeah.
Through the grapevine.
Well, but they have, like, I'll use us as an example. We have relationships with our paint vendors. We have accounts set up.
Of
We have
course.
everything.
I can make this even more relatable. As a guy who grew up in a plumbing family, I used to be a plumber's helper, and literally all my job was driving to the different wholesalers.
Yeah.
And once you get in there, you know everybody. So it's supposed to be 5 minutes. You end up spending an hour in there talking to everybody, having a coffee, doing your thing. And it's like, oh, I got to get back to the job here, the job site.
Yep.
But you're getting that wholesale price.
Of course.
And everyone's making sure that you're getting the best deals. And if you're just walking off the street, you're not going to get that.
Well, because that supplier, they want you. They know that you're installing furnaces, whatever, every
That's it.
day or every week.
They know exactly
They
what's
want
going on.
they want you to buy from them. So they're going to work out a deal with you, in which you get X amount of discount, whatever, because they know the quantity is coming in.
Yeah.
Joe homeowner walks in and he's like, I'm going to buy a furnace, and they're like, well, you're going to buy one in hopefully 10 years.
Yeah.
There's no advantage to them giving that guy a discount because there's no quantity coming in. It's a one sale
That's it.
transaction.
Ooh, that makes a lot of sense to me.
So yeah, anyways,
Damn you making me learning, hey?
if you're
Making me
hiring-
do the
yeah.
learning thing here.
I just, it does shock me how many times people say, well, you know, either what would it be cheaper if I bought the paint, or, you know, this guy said if I buy the paint, he would do it for X amount cheaper. And I mean, have we painted for people who have their own paint? Of course, because some people have started projects and realized it's too much for them. So we've come in and now they've hired someone, and that's a different case. But we still take a look at that and we go, if this isn't a paint we would recommend, like, we can't warranty it the same way we warranty
can't
the
put your
stuff
name
that
on it.
we
You
know
can't
and
put your name on
trust.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
So,
with you.
I mean, yeah, you should, ideally as a homeowner, you should not know as much as the professional, but you have to know enough to vet the proper professional.
Ooh, that was almost poetic right there.
I like to be
Well
poetic.
done. I can tell. Next Level Painting, you know them. You see the QR code. Hit them up. Best in the biz at what they do. Carly, thank you for, again, expanding my mind. Always appreciate you coming in here. And back tomorrow for another fun table?
Yes, yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
very
It'll be
excited.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Can we put a little teaser out for maybe what we're going to be doing?
Yes, yeah, we're going to be reading some Reddit stories and reacting to whether we think these people are good human beings or not.
She sent a couple examples, and holy moly, as I said, this is exactly what we do here anyway. So looking very forward to it. So she'll be back tomorrow again. Thank you so much, Jude. Always appreciate
Yeah.
it. Best of the biz.
Great being here.
So nice. So nice. That was a good fist bump,
Perfect.
too.
That was a good fist bump.
Sounded like a clap.
Yeah, so I've got 3. I do have some.
Hey, there it is. I can't believe that I forgot to edit the back end. We almost got her saying really, really nice things about me. We didn't want that on there, so that's good. Too many compliments. Thank you again to Carly. Next Level Painting. She'll be back tomorrow for the Friday Fun Table. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. Yeah, she brings the compliments. She knows. She knows that I don't like being complimented, so she's always bringing them. So it's like lots of compliment tennis between us because she's the same way. So thank you again to Carly. Check out the QR code, and then you'll be on your way. All that painting stuff will be taken care of for you as we continue here on the Thursday edition of your show this Friday. Getting pumped right now. Oh, LB. The buttons don't work. So the voice thing works, but my... Hey, easy now. Easy now. Welcome to version 4.0 of your show, where we're trying all the things, and poor LB has to sit here. Again, real life. This is when you go live, it's real life. Is it not working? Yeah, it is. Hey, easy. So we got a Twitch stream this Friday. It's going down with another Friday night pizza party. There it is. Twitch.tv/Dufferin Ave Media. And now, I guess I got to tell you, we don't know what we're getting yet, but we will be feasting on some Vern's Pizza. So pumped. Last week we had the AA Ron's Delight. The Light Delight, if you will. So incredibly good. Still got that stuffed cheesy bread going on, just $8.95. They got the original thick that you know and love, including the 18-inch beast. And they got the light. It's all there for you. Thank you to all of our friends over at, wait for it one more time. Venom's going to hit it. And here it comes. Vern Pizza. Oh, I did the wrong way this time. See? Stop looking at the screen. Hit up the Verns. So good. Let's go ahead and get rid of this one, Phantom. Oh, he's quick on the draw. I like that. No, that's all good. As well, our friends over at A Touch of Positivity got another pop-up puppy massage day going down. All those peas is why we have this little mic sock right here. So we're not popping the peas. February 27th, next week, it's going down. Bridge City Vet Clinic. You can register in advance at A Touch of Positivity. That's PAWS activity at gmail.com. And Kendall and her team will be taking care of you there. They're going 8:30 to 5 o'clock. So $40 for a 35-minute session if you're looking to ensure a high quality of life for your animal as they get older, especially if they have issues like Marge with her hip and the whole 3 legs thing. They got you covered there. So thank you to our friends over at A Touch of Positivity. Get signed up for that bad boy. Now, getting back to business, another pre-tape. We had a incredible chat with 2 amazing human beings, and they got a big day going on today. You'll see behind me here. There's a book. We're going to tell you all about that book right now. Let's take it away, Fen. Maybe take it away. We'll see. I'll keep looking. Ladies and gentlemen, there comes a point in every man's life where instantly things get better. And for today, that point happened when these 2 walked into the room. El Dandy, a.k.a. Riley, and his lovely, lovely wife, Cassandra, in the house. And it's been so long, and I'm so happy and grateful to have you guys here. And Danny, you said it perfectly when I told you, I'm so pumped to see you. It's like, yeah, tough circumstances, but we're looking forward to it. And I haven't seen you guys since the going away party. And I hope everything has been going fantastic. But first and foremost, thank you for making it in here. It means the world to me. And we got something really, really cool going on here. So why don't you give us a rundown of why you're here and what's up?
Well, we're here to talk about, that's okay. I'd like to start by thanking you for having us on.
Oh.
It's a wonderful opportunity to kind of create something positive and good out of a truly horrible situation.
Yeah.
And, we just appreciate you welcoming us into this fantastic studio you got here and allow us to kind of promote our children's book and our foundation that we've got. Our daughter passed away from cancer here in the last year. And, it was a really devastating experience, but we wanted to try and take that, horrible experience and try and create some positivity out of it. And my beautiful wife, Cassandra, was able to start this children's foundation. And a good friend of ours, Tracy, kind of took the onus on herself to write a children's book. And we've got that here in front of us here. It's a really special thing. What's it called, Cassandra?
Clarky's Big Brave Heart. And yeah, my friend Tracy Contratrack, she did it kind of as like a surprise. We didn't even know she was writing it. And one day she told me that she had something exciting for me. And I was like, what? Just tell me, like, what are you talking about? And she said, well, I've been doing this little passion project. And then she sent me the cover. And of course, just had all the feels. And she said, we need to get Clarky's story out there. And I said, oh my gosh, because we just actually started a foundation. I just applied to be incorporated. And so we were like, well, this will be our first thing we do. And it kind of just dovetailed together. And yeah, so she used our eulogy from Clarkie's Celebration of Life to as a template for this story.
Yeah, and I mean, it was really, really kind of serendipitous because, you know, when you're starting a foundation, you're looking for ways to raise money, right? What are we going to be able to do that's kind of unique, that's going to capture people's imagination and allow us to raise money? Because there's, you know, a plethora of good causes that you can donate to and that you can put your time and money and efforts into.
Absolutely.
And so we were trying to think of, you know, well, what's something that can be unique about our foundation that'll really help us get Clarkie's story out there? And, you know, sure as could be, the serendipity strikes and someone's actually made a story book that discusses, you know, Clarkie's whole journey. So it's just kind of a little bit of magic that happened there. And it manifested itself in this book that really does, you know, capture her spirit and tell her story. And we're so happy that Tracy took it upon herself to do that and create this wonderful thing. And we've, you know, there's just been an absolute outpouring of support. We've sold so many of them.
Yeah, we've sold over 400. And like when Tracy wrote this, she's like, I'm sure other people will want some. Like she didn't know that
Yeah,
it would
there's
turn
gonna
into
be
this
a
thing,
bunch
right?
more, yeah.
And so she was just taking it on her phone and emails. And so when she kind of like launched it, right, she was expecting like 20 to 50 is what she ordered. And she just couldn't even believe it, right? She's like, everything just kept on dinging off at work. Like my email just got flooded. So we sold over 400. We've raised like around $5,000 with just the book.
We've got them in every public library. We've sold them to locations
Saskatoon, yeah.
as far away as Nova Scotia.
Amazing.
You know, the outpouring of support has just been tremendous. And it's just so nice to know that, you know, people are reading Clark's story all over the country. And that, like, as it stands right now, just about every book that's in the public library system here in Saskatoon is checked out. So you know that, like,
It's
people
getting
are
out there.
people are excited to read about it, and you know, like Clark's with them, and it's just a really special feeling because she was just a tremendous person. You know, there's you never would have met a kid like Clark. You know, she was so fearsome and creative and generous and unique, and this storybook just like kind of captures her personality so well, and it just really makes me happy to know that people that may not have met her in the physical realm are still going to get to know her, you know, through that. And it's just kind of a wonderful thing.
The universe, man. The universe, you know, everyone goes through stuff. I was let go. I lost the family, the house, the job, everything. And it was like the lowest point in my life. And at that lowest point, the universe literally picked me up and said, listen, this is what we're going to do. And it did that in a very unique way as I was walking out of the old radio station after I was let go. I got into my 1993 Dodge Shadow. Radio's worked since 93.
Yeah.
I turn on the radio to drive home. It doesn't work. And that was the first point. Up until that point, I was a rock, as in I had no feelings, no emotions. I was done.
Yeah.
And it was just go through this, do that, do it again, wake up, just try to, you know, whatever, get through it. At that point, I said, okay, maybe there's some purpose here.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, I started having, and it sounds crazy, but I started having these universal callings, I would call them, or visions. I would have dreams about people. I reached out to one of the people I had dreams about, and all of a sudden, I had a recipe to build this place.
Yeah.
Reached out to the person that person told me to reach out to. All of a sudden, I had someone to build this place.
Yeah.
That person says, I got this guy who knows how to do lights and stuff. They start doing that. They become a part of this.
Isn't that crazy?
And all just by saying, I can't do this on my own anymore. What's going to happen? And instantly, picks you up and you know your job, you know your mission. It sounds like there was a lot of that going on too with what you guys were doing.
Too, right?
That's
like
it. Everyone lifting you up.
Wasn't just you, right?
I
It was your
have
community.
friends and family that picked me up and dusted me off so many times
Yeah.
to the point where everything stopped being about me. Not that it was before, but it's for sure not now. And my whole purpose was to get this place built so everybody that helped me along the way could have a place to do good, to continue to do good. And I was telling you before off air, you can't operate this place. You can't build something like this if you're coming at it from a mainstream media corporation. Everybody's trying to do what we're doing. Everybody's trying to make that transition to hyper-local, to what we're doing. But they can't because they do it to make money.
Yep. Yeah.
And I said, if you're trying to make money, you can't do this. This isn't about money. It's so much bigger than that.
Well, and you need to find something that differentiates yourself from everybody else,
Exactly.
right?
Stand out.
And
Something different.
And the thing that makes you so special, right, is that you're unique. You're one of one. Clarky was one of one.
This is
And-
what the
When
parallels,
you care,
man. Yeah,
right? You
man.
care.
Oh,
And that's just it. If you come at things from a place of honesty, if you're earnest, if you have integrity, and you're truly yourself, that's when you can make magic happen. And that's what goes on in the studio here is magic. You know, where else are we going to get the opportunity? You know, a little self-started small charity that's dedicated strictly to the memory of our daughter. Where are you going to get an opportunity to come out here and tell that story in this kind of space, except in a situation like this, right? And so that's what makes you so special. That's what makes this place so special. That you create opportunities, and you've obviously taken advantage of this opportunity here, you know. And you do it. You get by with the help of your friends. And when we were going through everything that we were going through, it was an awful experience. Clark made it very easy on us because she handled everything gracefully. Any treatment she received, she never made us feel bad
That
about
was
having to do
the
it.
biggest takeaway from the going away party was just that. It's like
Yeah.
everybody except her
Yeah.
was falling apart. She was like, guys, come on. We got
Yeah.
this. And it's like, oh, like even thinking about it right now, goosebumps, man. Like it's
Oh.
unbelievable.
Well, because
Unbelievable.
when you're in the hospital and you see all these other little troopers going through everything, everyone handles it differently. And some of those kids, it was a lot harder on them physically and emotionally and all the rest of it. And we were just so lucky that we never had to experience that. Clark handled everything so well. And
To the point where she was bossing everyone else around in there, man. It's crazy.
Yeah,
it's
well,
so cool to see.
and that's what it was.
Man.
She was so empathetic, but she didn't put her needs to the side, right? Like
Yeah.
she was so kind, but she knew her worth. She knew what she needed. And
was
so
it,
for her
man.
to feel comfortable, she
She ran
needed
that place.
to control the room, right? So it's like everyone knew it was what Clark wanted, but yet she was still so kind. It's like the most amazing thing to aspire to be is so generous and kind, but yet to know your own worth. Like she didn't get stepped on.
That's it.
oh yeah, to have that belief in yourself and that confidence at her age, at you know, from as young as 3 all the way up to 6, to be in a room with these medical experts that are discussing your treatment plan. They're talking about you like you're not even in the room because you're just a little kid. Well, no.
Not
If
today.
you're deciding what you're going to do to me, I'm going to inform the conversation and I'm going to have a say in what's going on. And to see that little trooper get up there and just let them know, no, this is what's going to happen and this is how we're going to do it. You know, it never impacted her care in a negative way, but she just made sure that she was part of the decision process. And whatever was going to happen to her, she was going to be informed about it and how it was going to go down. And it was just so amazing to see somebody take that kind of ownership of the situation at that age.
That's it.
She would tell other kids too, right? Because you could get dressing changes or different needles or things like that, but Clark would pick who she would like to do it, the person she'd feel most comfortable with.
That's it.
So one day, you know, we heard this kid having a pretty hard time. And after she told him, and they're similar ages, and she's like, do you know, you can actually pick whoever you want. So if you don't, all the nurses are lovely, right? But some you'd have special bonds to, right?
Yes, of course.
So she would say, you actually can just pick. So like, you know, if you want that done by someone else, sounds
Go
good. You
for
tell
it.
them,
That's it.
right? So it'd always be so funny because she'd tell the other kids, like, just so you know,
Yeah.
like you decide here.
She's the front runner right there. She's
Yeah.
pulling all the strings, and that like that whole going away part. I don't think I've ever laughed more in between tears.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the roller coaster that was, and just to like it's impossible. Like I'm so empathetic nowadays, and I guess I always have been, but to be in a situation like that where you're empathizing, but at the same time, like the empathizing wasn't needed as much as like the coming together. You know what I mean? So I'm sitting here, I'm like, I'm grieving for these people, my friends, my family I love so much. At the same time, you guys are already above that because that's what she wanted.
Oh, yeah.
And just that whole thing, man, it's such a crazy dynamic.
Well, you know, like, obviously it's the worst thing that could happen to you in your life. And you're going to live with that every day for the rest of your life. And there's going to be lots of time to be sad. But, you know, very rarely do you get all these people that have supported you in a room, all your friends and family and acquaintances and people that supported you and helped you get through it all. And, you know, at least to my mind, I can't speak for Cassandra, but my thought process was, you know, this is our opportunity to maybe introduce Clark to people who didn't get to know her in her immediate vicinity, right? So this is our opportunity to tell a story about who she was, what made her so special, and let's celebrate her, right? We can all be sad and grieve and lean into that empathy about how we feel about one another, you know,
Down
for a
the
long
line.
time.
Yeah.
But now is our opportunity to tell Clark's story. Let's get together and celebrate what made her so special and enjoy each other's company while we're doing that. And everybody grieves in their own way. And I don't begrudge anybody that was unable to do that or participate in that. But to my mind, that was what we wanted to do. And I really feel like we accomplished that. And you never know if people are going to look at you like you're a weirdo because like, why is everyone laughing so much? Why are there so many smiles while you're going through all of this pain and tumult? But, it was just what we felt represented her best.
Well,
And dare I say, you're still doing that to this very day with this book, right? Like it's continuing that movement, which I think is incredible.
yeah, well, I was
absolutely
gonna say,
incredible.
unfortunately, being like in the oncology world, I've been to other children's funerals, right? And I was just so disappointed that there was this one funeral that I didn't get to experience the child, because in the hospital, sometimes you don't get to meet I don't mean to say like real child, but they're going through some tough stuff, right? So they're not how they normally would be. They're probably more uncomfortable or sad or bedridden or whatnot. And I was excited to kind of learn more about this child, right? And like Riley said, everyone grieves totally different, but I just left missing that piece of him, right? I didn't feel like it was about him. And we really wanted it to be all about Clark. It'll always,
And it was,
always be
man.
about
And
her.
boy, oh boy, was it ever. Like that's probably one of the very few funerals where I walked away feeling like lifted, like uplifted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the only other one, and it was mostly because I was so drunk I didn't know how to deal with it any other way, was Doobie's back in the day.
Yeah.
It's like you finally had that moment where like, okay, it's done. Now what?
Catharsis.
Yeah, now what? And then everyone, again, grieves in different ways. We had some buddies go off the rails, other guys turn that into like motivation, lead into incredible careers, and
And
everyone's
Tracy
different.
actually used to date Doobie,
There you go.
which is a
There
very
we
small
go.
world.
Well, yeah, to be fair,
Yes,
to
yes,
be
yes.
fair, Doobie
Okay.
dated a lot of
Yeah.
ladies.
Yes. But
So,
no,
but that's
yeah.
still, yeah. Oh, that's why he got into nursing, He
Yeah.
got into nursing for the ladies.
Yeah.
So
That's so funny.
I'm sure there's a couple out there still that look back and say, oh, that Doobie.
Yeah, that flame isn't out yet.
Yeah,
They're still probably
it's-
holding the candle.
Well, and this is what I mean. Like this place I was telling you guys, since we started this building, I had like, I think 6 funerals, 6 or 7. And it all started, I made sure Doobie was by my side. So he's always over my shoulder to make sure I'm not being an idiot. And he's
Yeah.
always smacking me like, why would you say that? You're dumb. Like I hear him talk to me all the time. And I got Clarky over here, like, we have all these things. And subconsciously, and I don't know if it's like self-serving or not, but it helps me feel like they can truly live on and can still have that voice and that presence. And again, people think you're crazy when you talk like this sometimes, but it's like until you go through the shit, man, you won't get it.
Well, and I mean, is it crazy or is it you're just kind of opening your ears to maybe a frequency that you weren't hearing otherwise, right?
I just ordered a frequency thing for calming
Yeah.
on the internet to bring in, because like the healing frequencies, this is all these things that I never would have thought about before.
Oh, and I have a hard time with this stuff because I'm not geared towards that sort of
Yeah,
stuff.
me
right?
either.
I give my mom so much shit because, she's into Reiki and
She's healing
metaphysics
birds with
and
Reiki, right? And I'm like, well,
crystals
maybe they were
All
just
the
stunned,
crystal
Darcy.
stuff,
Maybe they
yeah.
were stunned. I don't know.
Oh,
you know,
Darcy.
and you kind of look at some of that stuff and you giggle to yourself and you maybe don't pay it as much mind as you should. But then you do get in a situation where you get in your car after leaving a career in radio and your radio doesn't work, or maybe it was my birthday a couple days ago, and
Happy birthday.
the last Christmas present that Clark and I made Cassandra was we got this this pillow with pictures on it, and Cass is going to get this pillow to show Leo, and as she's going into the pillowcase, she pulls out a T-shirt that's medium, my size. I don't know where we got it, how we got it, when we got it. I'm assuming we made it at the same time, but we'd never seen it. Completely forgot about it.
Riley Size on his birthday with Clarky's favorite picture of her and Leo.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Hello, universe.
Oh,
And
Hello,
it
universe.
was folded
That's it.
crisp, like we had
Perfect.
never opened it before.
just chills.
This is it.
Just chills. Like it's the
Always,
it's the
always
craziest way.
contributing, always there.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is great. So today, big check going on. Tell us about what's happening with all of this.
Well, this is Cassandra's show.
There we go. All right.
So today we get to donate $10,000 to the Jim Pattison Oncology Department. So we were so fortunate that I guess it was right after Clarkie passed. I did Million Reasons to Run, and we raised, I think it was, we were #1 in Canada, and we've raised like $58,000,
So much.
which is so much money, and it went all to JPCH for research, and it was awesome. But, and if there's ever a but, we didn't get to allocate where exactly it went. So I'm so happy that all this money can be used at the Jim Patten Hospital, but it wasn't specifically towards oncology. So it kind of got my wheels turning, being like, wow, like our community really wants to help. And it's, again, so awesome it went to JPCH, but it didn't go to exactly
where you want it.
Exactly where we would have wanted
And
it,
A
right?
Million Reasons to Run is a tremendous charity. They do good work.
Oh, yeah,
They're
this isn't a
fantastic.
matter of one's more important than the other.
Yeah,
Of course
no,
not.
They
Yeah.
it
raise
was-
I'm with
millions
you.
of dollars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're fantastic.
Yeah.
But like we wanted to be able to take a little bit more ownership of what we were doing, have a little bit of more specificity with how we're donating this money, how we're allocating it, you know? Because the generosity in the community around us was just outrageous. When we were going through the whole process, we leaned so much on our community. We had people bringing us meals every other day in the hospital. We had people sending us checks out of the blue.
People you haven't talked to in like 10 years kind of thing.
Oh.
Sending you gift cards so you can get a coffee and not, you
That's
know,
it.
like just
can-
asking to pay for your
I can
parking.
tell you from experience having a fantasy football league where boys are like, hey, by the way, doing this, boom, done. Takes like 2 seconds.
Oh, I just
Those
I
little
couldn't
things.
I couldn't believe it, you
Yeah.
know, because you know you in life you fall in and out of friendships and space. You never let those people leave your heart, but maybe you're not in proximity to where that friendship is as close as it was. And then all of a sudden, out of the blue, those people, you know, they hand you a check for thousands of dollars, and you're like, well, what in the hell? And so the amount of support that we were able to receive was just so inspiring and so amazing. And so when we had the opportunity to start the foundation, we had kind of a unique perspective, right? In that having been through this, we kind of know what you maybe need or what could benefit you the most while you're going through it. And every family is going to be unique and every situation is going to be unique. But there's some things that are kind of universal in a lot of ways. And so with A Million Reasons to Run, we didn't have that ownership, that ability to allocate funds specifically. And Cassandra thought, well, how can we do that? And she started her own foundation. And this way, you're able to allocate the funds in ways that you're uniquely informed about how to do. And so, like, what are some of the things that you think that would be best served by this money?
Put me on the spot.
Well, like for instance, you know, there's a family that's going through the same struggle that we went through that's in the hospital right now, and they've got a young girl, and you know, so similar situation, and we were kind of uniquely positioned to relate to this family, and so Cassandra put together a gift basket with all of these, you know, little things that really helped us get through it,
That's it.
and now we're able to take all of that, you know, that information that we accrued, unfortunately. And we're able to put it towards something positive.
Well,
That's it.
and also because we were at Sick Kids in Toronto, we were at Winnipeg Hospital 2 times, and then at JPCH. We also know when you live in Saskatoon, if by no means is it easier, but financially it's easier because you were there. You have your friends
That's
who are
right.
around you. When we were in Winnipeg, you're not. Riley's trying to make meals at the
Yeah.
Ronald McDonald House. When we were in Toronto, we were just ordering food. We couldn't even make
do
the food at the
anything,
Ronald
yeah.
McDonald House. And just knowing like the JPCH is for all of Saskatchewan, right?
Yeah.
So it's like there's people.
You have people from Île-de-Croix, you have people from La Ronge, you've got people from
Everywhere.
Assiniboia, every corner of the province. And so all of a sudden, you know, you're thrust into this unthinkable situation. You're 1,000 kilometers from home. You know, what are some things that can make your life easier while you're on the road? And, you know, having been through our situation in Toronto, and thank God for the Ronald McDonald House.
Yeah.
You know, they were unreal to us during both bone transplants in Winnipeg. They were unreal to us when we were going through the trial drug in Toronto. Without the Ronald McDonald House, I don't know where we would be.
I don't know what we
Yeah.
would have
You know?
like.
So we're very, very blessed to have them. But even with all of the benefit that they provide, you know, there's still a lot of things that you as an individual family, need, and that could be served better. And so if you're able to individually tailor those sort of things to the family, you want to take advantage of that.
Too, to have it all fresh of mind and to sort of trample that path so it's easier for the next ones. And that's just a natural thing because you're not thinking about doing that. It's just because you're in the middle of all of this. It's just the right thing to do because you
The right
want
thing
to
to do.
help, right?
Yeah.
And it all comes back to the right thing to do, man. It's so simple, but it's so hard.
Well, and it's so informed by Clark, right? Because
Mhm.
that's how she lived her life, right? We're in the hospital and she's making gifts for the other little kids that are going through cancer treatment, right? She's sewing little pillows, she's making Lego, she's doing Pokemon gifts, everything's tailored to that kid and what their particular interests are. And that was just how she was geared. And so we try and embody that spirit and do things that are bespoke to the families in the hospital. And then also, what specifically for oncology can we do inside the JPCH? Because the JPCH is a general purpose children's hospital.
Yeah, it doesn't have its own oncology unit. It has its own oncology clinic.
Amazing
But-
doctors, amazing facilities, and they're doing the best they can with what they have. But maybe is there an opportunity for us to do something that's uniquely geared towards that part of the hospital? And I think we're hopefully able to keep the momentum going, sell a few books, create opportunities where they present themselves. Our son had been growing his hair since he was born because Clark just loved Leo's hair. And so we thought, well, let's take that opportunity to create a little event through the
We
foundation.
had two other friends who joined us as well.
And that's what we're trying to do is maybe create a little bit of inspiration because, you're only going to be able to do so much on your own, right?
Well, we've asked, our community has been so generous, and it's, primarily everyone that we know has already donated so many times, right? But it's how else could they help besides just giving money, right? It's well, you could maybe that person by themselves could raise money. So it's not just always on them to be,
Well, we're trying to create a little bit of a network effect,
There
right?
you go.
So
Now
what,
you're cooking.
So what you want to do is you have your community and you have your friend group, but every individual inside that friend group has their own community. And now maybe what we can do is we can get everybody rowing in the same direction, right? So we took Leo's haircut, right? And we raised a bunch of money for that. But people saw that and they took that as an opportunity for themselves. Well, maybe I can do a little fundraiser by cutting my hair. And so we had a couple of friends raise a few $1,000s by cutting their hair and raising donations towards that. And so that's what we're trying to do is just create a situation where the community can maybe draft off of what we're doing and create their own little fundraisers and use that network effect to raise more money dedicated specifically towards oncology at the JPCH. Another thing we do is, when you're taking your bottles back, if you're going to Sarcan, you're taking your bottles back, there's an opportunity there to donate the money from those bottles specifically to a charity of your choice.
Which again, when you, right, sometimes money's tight for everyone, right? But just kind of a way that lots of people can contribute.
Make a
Clarky's old
contribution.
care partners, right? So they're, I don't know, probably 10, 11 now, and they saw that, and so they were keeping their bottles from over Christmas. And it's another way that this 10-year-old
donation.
was able to donate money. And it honestly adds up so quickly. A bag's $8, and if you get however many people doing it,
All of a
it's
sudden you're growing.
That's just it. You need to, we're a small family, and we have our community, but we need everyone to kind of pool their resources together and let's get something that's dedicated to a local charity, our hospital here in Saskatoon, that's for people that are going through, cancer.
stuff.
And Cassandra was saying to me on the way over here, you hear about children's cancer and it's always discussed as being so rare. It's so rare. But in reality, 1 in every 220 kids.
no 285 kids before they turn 20 will get cancer. So it's not rare
That doesn't
at
seem
all.
very rare,
So 1
yeah.
in 285 children before they turn 20 will get a type of cancer. So Like it's not rare, but very rarely talked about.
That's it.
Yeah, I'm not a math guy, and I'm not about to do math
Either.
there here. But you know, you take the
we
amount,
both, Miss Roberts still has her grade 12 math, I think, doesn't she, at Bowman?
I don't know if
Yeah.
I ever got through it, but
I didn't. I definitely didn't. Twice she failed me.
Yeah.
No big deal. Sorry, I interrupted you there.
no, she got me in grade 11. But that's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there. The fact of the matter is, we ended up where we're supposed to be.
That's it.
You know, we're
That's
doing
it,
good.
man.
We might not necessarily, you know, she always said we weren't going to have a calculator in our pocket our whole lives, but looks like we were right about that one. But,
Sorry, Miss Roberts.
but yeah,
Oh.
you know,
What a good line.
you crunch the numbers and you look at the amount of children that we have in the province of Saskatchewan, and you take that statistic, 1 out of every 280 kids before they're 20 years old are going to experience or encounter cancer in their own lives. You know, you need to think of, well, how can we make that a better situation for them to go through? And I think the easiest way to do it is to focus locally and raise money
Yes.
for the oncology clinic at the JPCH, the Jim Patterson's Children's Hospital, and that's what we're endeavoring to do. You know, and this book is just one of the ways that we're able to do it. You know, it's a fantastic children's book that's accessible to everybody. You know, kids love it. It's funny, it's cute, it's endearing.
And it's also representation, right? It's like there are lots of children going through cancer.
They read that book. They say, that's me.
Well, it's like when we
Yeah.
were looking for Clark when she lost her hair, there was like one book that I could find, and the little girl had alopecia, right? So we got those books, and that was
there you go,
awesome.
yeah.
But again, representation, her with her IV pole and her bags and stuff like that. Whereas again, like there are lots of medical children in Saskatchewan.
Absolutely.
And I mean, I appreciate where some parents are coming from, where maybe they don't want to confront that sort of thing with their child,
Yeah.
but sometimes it's thrust upon them. And you know, when you're encountering that situation, you want to know that, you know, there's resources out there that you can lean on and be seen in the world, you know, and that's where books like this come to play a pivotal role, is that, you know, you can view yourself in entertainment, you can view yourself in children's stories, and know that just because you're going through a medical procedure and you maybe have these things, it doesn't mean that you can't live your life and have a good time and eat chicken wings and do all the
Chicken
rest of
wings.
it, right? So,
Yeah.
no, and I think this does a good job of capturing that, and we're so thankful that Tracy, you know, made that happen. It was
Amazing.
so fantastic.
So how do people get their hands on this? Where do people go? Let's guide people to the places where we can make a difference here.
So we have a website, foreverclarkfoundation.ca, and you literally simply click buy now kind of thing.
That
and
easy.
we have local delivery in Regina and Saskatoon. We can ship it to you. You can add a delivery charge of $6. You could pick it up.
All
It's
there.
easy to get.
You guys, you know, go ahead.
Well, and I was going to say, there's also different links there for information on how to do little fundraisers for
Part of the
charity.
networking
Yeah.
thing. That
I'll
you're
set
going
it
for.
up for
Exactly.
you. I will set up
We'll do
everything you need.
We'll
This
do
is it.
everything possible to make it as seamless for you as it can be, right? So if that's, you want to, maybe you want to have a bar at a wedding or a social or what have you, and you want to take the tips from that bar and you want to donate them to a charity. We'll show you how to do that. We'll give you the promotional material to make it easy to know where that's going, what you're supporting, that sort of thing, whether that's raising bottles, doing a lemonade stand, buying, selling books, whatever. Or if you have an event and you want to have the book featured there, we're happy to come out, set up a table, tell Clark's story, and move some books and get her story out there that much further. So.
You're like facilitators for all this now. That's the thing. This is
Creating opportunities.
and that's it. The universe has guided you into that, right? Because you're sitting there and say, "What do we do now?" And you don't even have time to think about it because it's already happening.
Oh yeah, well, and to circle back to the children's cancer thing, like only 4% of research money in cancer treatment goes to children's cancer, right? 96%, and this is a stat from the States, but only 4% of research dollars go towards pediatric
not very
children's
much, man.
cancer.
It's not in
tiny.
Canada at 7%.
Yeah.
So the rest of it goes to adults, which is awesome. But what happens is like Clarky used treatment like drugs for adults, right?
Yeah.
So if you just think of their little growing bodies, they're using drugs from like the 1950s and the 1960s for adults, not even for children, right?
yeah.
And
And children's cancer is biologically unique, right? And so, you know, we need research dedicated towards
Start
children's
specializing
cancer
that,
treatment,
yeah.
right? We need to specialize that. So, you know, we need to get the word out that children's cancer isn't a taboo subject. It's something you need to talk about. We need to get research dollars targeted specifically towards children's cancer. And we need to get more money in general towards it, because everybody that's listening to this has somebody in their life that's been touched by cancer. And we need to do as much as possible to eradicate it, ideally in our lifetimes. And the best way you can do that is by getting the word out, not being afraid to talk about it, and getting the money raised. And let's get this thing so that it's a historical anomaly, a thing of the past. And I think the best way to do it is just supporting local charities all over the country. You know, if you want to support the Forever Clark Foundation, that's great. A million reasons to run. The Ronald McDonald House, or, you know, the charity of your choice. Just the biggest thing is just get the word out and get the money moving. And
You guys, I got to tell you, this, it always feels so much better when you're sitting here. Like, I sit here every day and I talk to people and I catch up with old friends, and all of those conversations have their place. Then there's special ones like this where you can feel what's happening and you can understand. Like you talk about Clarkie being like the beast that she was, but make no mistake, you guys were a big part of making her that way. And I think that's not talked about enough, how incredible you guys are. So like, be proud, be incredibly proud. And it's an incredible thing that's happening. And just keep rolling, man, because this is special stuff that you're doing. And we're always here to help. This place is always open for you. Anytime you need anything, come on in here and we'll keep making the magic happen, because that's what she would want.
absolutely no, like, you know, she definitely like fueled our fire. And like,
But God, did she make it easy?
yeah.
That's the thing.
Right,
That's the
like,
thing. Yeah, man.
We didn't have to watch her suffer per se,
No.
right?
No.
So,
Yeah.
No, you could physically see sometimes how tough things were on her, but emotionally, she just never let you feel that at all, you know, and it made it a lot easier to go through everything. And Cassandra was so incredibly strong that, I mean, you know, there was no way to be weak when you've got these two powerhouses
Yeah.
that are just, you know, just going through it and just unstoppable forces. So, no, we're very very blessed to have that amount of strength in the room with us.
Absolutely.
You know, pushing everything forward.
Forever
and,
grateful, man. This
No.
is it.
Well, we're very grateful, Gary, for
Oh,
having us on here,
man.
and we're able to share this story. You know,
Always,
Um,
you guys. Like, this is what it's all about. This is the reason. That's what I mean. Like, these special moments when you're 100% doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. That's what I felt this entire. Like, I'm goosebumping all over the place. So
Yeah.
it's like, that's how you know. I always follow the goosebumps. So big presentation, the donation, keep things moving. We have all the info. We'll get it on the screen underneath where the kids call, like in the describes or something like that.
a tick, isn't it?
we'll get the ticker going.
Yeah, sure, that'll work. One of those things. Either way, we will
Like
have it
and
posted,
subscribe.
and we will we will continue to move forward and continue on Clarkie's quest to make
Forever
the world a better
Clark.
place. That's it, man. Thank you so much, guys. I love you so incredibly much, and look forward to get you back in here again real soon.
Love you, Gary. Thanks for having us, buddy.
Oh, there you go. ForeverClarkFoundation.ca. You'll see it in the describes there. Thank you again. Unbelievable. That exact moment there is why we started this place. All of that right there. So I thank you again to El Dandy and his beautiful wife, Cassandra, and the Big Day making a donation. As we continue here on the Thursday edition of your show, a couple more things to get to before we head on out today. And first things first, it is time to bring in our main man, one of our Thursday mainstays here, as well as on Mondays. He's even got his own intro song, and I'm going to start singing it now while we bring him in. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to check in with Boontis. It's just a fantasy. Fantasy! Zoom with our man Boone. This is just a fantasy, another fantasy Zoom with Boone. Bro, El Dandy and Cassandra. How awesome was that, hey?
Such a good segment.
Oh,
And
that's why we do this stuff. That was it. I love that. And I got the book back here now. I showed El
Nice.
Dandy. He says, yeah, she'll take real good care of you up there. So it's lovely.
right
Surrounded
over,
by,
right over your shoulder, hey?
that's it. Surrounded by angels, man. That's what we got to do around here.
Nice.
Yeah. How do you come off of that? Well, around here, we like to come off of that and talk about wings. Because guess what? And this is a true story. Clarkie loved wings. It was her favorite food. Like
Nice.
her and El Dandy would sit there and they'd make their own wings because she was such a perfectionist with it. And we got some pretty good wings
Just
too.
down.
Probably not up to Clarkie's, the stuff she was making apparently was top notch. Best wings in the house. This one right there as well. Our friends at Bugsy's. Oh, baby, they got all the flavors for you. All 69. You can get into them with a passport, go to Markham Mall or Lawson Heights location, and then you fill them all out every Tuesday and Thursday. It is Thursday today. Over half price off each order of wings in-house. Once you get all 69 of them, you get the shirt, and you're showing it off right there, joining the 69 wing crew. You walk into any room, and you demand respect with this bad boy. So thank you to our friends over at Bugsy's. You can also order online, skip the dishes, or Uber Eats. Go to Smitty's, order a plain wing in the memo, put the flavors you want off the passport. They come right to your door. Now, Boone, you were trying some other wings. You were cheating on us out in Calgary there with our friends at Bugsy's. But you were trying one of those super duper hot wing challenges. How'd that all go for you?
Well, this morning was a little rough.
Hot?
Not
a
too
little
bad.
hot around the O-ring, if you will.
Hot.
Hot.
Yeah, so this is actually the second year that I've done it. The reason is it's always Wednesday. So if you do the Hot AF challenge at Hudson's,
Okay.
you get free wings for a year.
Yeah, but they're not Bugsy's wings, and the quality's not there at all compared to what we're doing here. So you're basically going in
no one
there.
said anything about that.
That's
but
right. You're going in there for the free burn.
Yeah, well, so the thing is we were going to this Hudson's for probably a year or two
Oh, wow.
after basketball.
That's what it is.
So we go play basketball 9 till 11, go shut down the kitchen at this Hudson's, and then they're like, "Hey, you should do this challenge because you get free wings every Wednesday." It's the exact same day that we come in, so it's like,
off you go.
okay, so you're telling us you can give us free money? Yeah, and so we did that last year, and last year hurt. Like last year was like almost a full day.
Dude.
This year is a little bit easier, but we're sitting at
You have an ongoing counter? Is that what's happening?
No. So they showed us the three hottest. Like the first two were like, this isn't even hot wings. The second one was it was called the Diablo Grande.
Oh.
That was 50,000 Scovilles.
That's a lot of Scovilles.
The second hottest was a Trinidad Scorpion, which is 1 million.
Okay.
And then the Carolina Reaper was the one to bring us home. And yikes. I mean, we made it through. Did you know this? Are you a hot wing guy?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Well, should I tell you the secret or no?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, throw it out there. Well, we are going to be trying it. We're going to do all 69 wings at Bugsy's coming up after Telemiracle.
Okay.
So I will have to force some down.
If you get a hot one, it's a hot one. Have some pineapple juice beside you. The citric acid of the pineapple juice is way better than milk. Because the thing is, you're having other drinks, you're having other things. Milk creates this, well, it's like a cement mixer, back in the day when
making those paralyzers.
We used to have those. It just makes things happen in the gut, right?
It sure does.
Whereas the pineapple juice just way better. And it's
so
honestly
good too. It tastes so good. I love pineapple juice.
Yeah.
My favorite
so
juices.
that's what we did last night. Instead of last year, we did milk, we did Pepto, we did
You're testing out the difference. I see what you're saying now. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, it was like, I can't say it on air.
Yeah,
but it was very bad pain the next day, whereas this was less pain in the stomach. It was more just
burning on the way out.
Hot and fiery O-ring. Yeah. So
and again, that's why we only go to Bugsy's for our wings. And next time you're in town, we're going. I already have it all planned out. So we might even plan the big wing eat when you're in town here in a couple months, just so you know. I'm planning that. We do have to tell everybody how to get a hold of us here, Boone. So I'm going to try this one more time. LB says he's got this fixed. So if this doesn't pop up, you're going to hear a lot of cursing. I apologize in advance. He's lucky. He's lucky. I guess we're lucky because it would have been kind of funny to hear him it's really funny because it's so out of place. When it's just the full-on like just classic like jerky boy style rage. Very funny to me. If you got a business going on and you're like, man, we need some more eyes and ears on what we're doing. If you got a fundraiser coming up, you got a charity event, you're doing a lot of really good things and you're just not quite getting the word out like you want to. We are here to help. This is the only time in your life you will have an offer truly too good to be true. because no one is here to take all your money. We're just here to help you out. We're just here to lift each other up. We're not bringing anybody down, and it's here for you. Just reach out to us, okay? Help us help you. It's very easy to do. Okay, I'm going to try to do this, Boone. I'm going to do it with the earpiece in, and it's going to be hard, but I'm just going to go for it. So here we go. Just send an email to 1, 2, 3, 4. Contact@DufferinAve.com. It's not working. Is it? Oh, but he fixed. Damn it. We're jumping the shark here. We're jumping the shark. So he has it not going into my earpiece so I can do it with this one. Oh, version 4.0 is so fun. Take 2. Just send an email to 1, 2, 3, 4. Contact@DufferinAve.com. That is the email. This is the theme song. Pretty good?
We'll get the timing down, but yeah, pretty good.
It's
pretty
tough
good.
when it's
Lot
just
going
me
on
here. We need the triangulists. That's the thing. It's such an important role now with the whole
Gary,
setup.
I'm sorry to do this to you,
Gotta
but
go.
well,
That's
sorry.
it. I was going to hit
bus is
real quick. He's leaving his kids at the bus stop. I know,
so
it's frickin' freezing. You go. We'll hit Frankie's fingers. I'll talk about the
I'm
Olympics
sorry,
real quick.
dude.
We got the Snake Eyes. Sweet Ass and I.
Okay.
We had $69 down on the women's Olympic team at like 4-1. We almost had a huge payday. And then overtime happened. But we'll get into the Olympic stuff more on Monday when we get you back in here. Do not leave your kids freezing at the bus stop.
I was gonna say for tomorrow's game, I take the points.
Ooh, you want like the over?
The spread.
Oh.
No. Canada for the spread.
What's it at?
Plus 2.5.
Really? They're giving Canada two goals?
Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay, we'll look at that. We'll text later. Go save your kids. His name is Boone. We love you, buddy.
All right,
Thank you so
sorry,
much.
guys.
You're a great dad. Don't apologize ever. You're a great dad. Go get those kids. We will wake up Frankie and make our way out of here as well because our child is waiting out in between the house and the studio. And dare I say, she's pretty hungry. Pretty hungry. See, now I don't know if it's rolling because I don't have it in here. There. Oh, God, you guys. It's like they're in my brain. You know, you ever feel like you're like a supercomputer and people are just like programming all the stuff around you? That's what it feels like. Like all the stuff I say, this doesn't work. I can't read this because this is coming through. Okay, they cut it out, but it still works. I don't know what's going on here, but these computers, man, pretty crazy. Thank you to everybody today. What a emotional day. Getting Carly in here, checking in with her. She'll be back tomorrow for the Friday Fun Table, which will be so much fun. To El Dandy and to Cassandra, who came in here and talked about Clarkie's legacy, basically. It's unbelievable. Thank you to them. I got Coach Mazer on here. Hey, Coach, I'm just doing the extra right now. What's cracking? The extra to the show. Okay. That's all good. What's that? Hold on. I'm going to hit this on speaker. No, it's not. And then it hung up. Oh, now it just, you're still there. No, we got through it without you. But we'll do that maybe next Tuesday. That'd be perfect. That's okay. I love you so much. Okay. Bye. Yeah, we're going to talk about Canadian musicians. Apparently, Canadian rock musicians in this country, the average money made is like $17,000 a year. How are you supposed to be a musician nowadays? We're going to get into that. That's on the All That Angst edition of your show every Tuesday. And Coach Mazer was going to join us. But again, ClarkFoundation.ca. Get the book, support, big donation. Oh, so amazing. Love you guys. Thank you again for stopping by and sharing your story. And to Boontas, man. Boontas rolling in here, doing a quick hello, and then being a great dad and not leaving his kids at the bus stop. Not millhousing them, if you will. Okay? Simpsons reference? Millhouse? Venom, say goodbye. Thank you to you, buddy. You had the biggest job of all today. Dare I say you managed pretty well in that minefield that is version 4.0 of your show. And to the mad scientist himself, I call him, he's the young Doc Brown, and I'm the old Marty McFly. That's the dynamic we have. So thank you to the mad scientist putting it all together. We really appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow. Friday Fun Table time. It's going to be a lot of fun. Hardcore and Carly in the house. Until then, have a great, amazing, incredible rest of your Thursday night. We love you so much. Keep doing those good things, all right? Take care.